Klinikowski to hit, and then a little too shallow for Canistrari to her left. Thought maybe the left back would come in and take it.
Canistrari with a tough dig. And 3 straight on the serve of Katie Cano.
And this is really what Lyman needs to do, is go tee off and serve tough balls to try to make it hard for Ledyard to set their hitters. And right now they're successful so far, but that one's got too much on it.
Well, 3 out of 4 to 75% to start the match, service percentage.
And again, there's nothing wrong with that, because if she gets an easy serve, they get a good pass, then she gets, just one attempt there.
And Nahara with the jump serve floats one in. And now setting. Klinikowski fighting it through the double block. And that's just pure power.
Yeah, I'm just rattled right through the block and moved her arms out of the way. And I think, one thing that'll be interesting to see as the season goes along for Ledyard is, how they're going to adapt to, what seems to be working for them and what they feel they need to be at the end of the season. And we see this in a lot of teams where they're going to start off playing a certain style of play. And so will they say, hey, for us to get to the L finals, are we going to need to do something, like maybe move our hitters around the net maybe a little bit more, or set them little quicker balls to give the blockers a tougher time trying to track them down and get a good block in front of them.
Well, another point for Lyman Memorial. Christina Olenek was the one who got the Bulldogs to service back with a big kill. And now Anna Pulio. And the back set. Klinikowski just a little too long. A matter of inches. So Lyman Memorial out to a 7-2 lead.
And that's another thing, with Michelle Klinikowski, is that she can go clean over the block and maybe just hitting it long on that one, but she can just as easily hit over the block and put it inbounds.
Canistrari with a deep ball that DePede couldn't handle on the back line. 7-3 now, 3 serving 7. Ledyard with the ball back in their possession. Here's Klinikowski. DePede, nice setup. Oh, through the block. No, the nice double block, strong in the middle for Lyman Memorial.
Yeah, Madison covered herself on that one, so took it off the block, kept it in play. And this is her strongest skill, is blocking here too, by the way. I mean,
Canistrari?
Yeah, aside from being tall, she puts her arms well over on the other side of the net. I mean, you can see, it's tough to get it around her because she cuts down all the angles with her arms.
And the timing was just perfect on Altini's kill attempt, right?
Yes. Yeah, and just that's one thing. Rich Duelas was an exceptional blocker, and his girls block very well and have.
And the ball down by Canistrari. Ledyard gets it back, trailing 8-6 or 8. Let's see, scoreboard says 8-5. Here's McKaminsky.
And certainly with the Ledyard experience, the girls being down early, it's not anything that's going to rattle them.
Klinikowski, they're going to call it in. Yes. A tough spot to be that back judge. So
I think the other thing that makes it hard to defend Michelle Klinikowski is she hits the ball hard deep into the court, which is good from a high spot over the net. But then on top of that, when she goes to tip it short, you have to back up so you don't get hit in the face with the ball. And it makes it easier for her to score on the short ones.
That ball just got over Klinikowski to Abstater. Now they'll set. No, quick over. And a little bit too long by Catherine Kostick. Point goes to Lyman Memorial. 9-6 now. The Bulldogs trailing in the match, 1-0.
Yeah, I think one thing is, as a hitter, you always want to get back, get ready to take your approach. And, that was sort of a quick, slightly broken play. And Catherine Kostick didn't quite get back to take her full approach, sort of tried to hit it from a stand there.
Canastrari through the block. Altini was there, but it's a little bit too strong. So it'll be 7 serving 9. And Abstater finding the soft middle. Again, she's the one who finished off with 6 straight points to take the first set. So that's really 7 in a row for her.
That's a tough serve.
Yeah, she's got it going. Low and hard. They're just skimming over the net.
And again, being down by a couple of points isn't a big deal if you can rattle off a couple of quick aces on demand here.
Just keeping it low over that net. That one's a little bit higher as we return to live action. And tough angle. Nice play for the Bulldogs. They get the ball back. It's a 9 serving 10. Altini with the jump serve. It goes wide. Kronikowski missing. Match now tied at, actually it's 11-10, excuse me. 11-9, Lyman Memorial. The payday. Good job by Abstater there. That's just over, but just wide. Kronikowski had to bump it over.
And again, I think it's a little communication problem. You can see the players right now sort of looking over each shoulders. And again, it's early season right now. They aren't necessarily going to know where their teammates are at all times for sure.
And Altini with a powerful serve. Timeout called by Ledyard. As it's 13-9, Lyman Memorial coming back strong here in the second set.
I think Rich Duelius just talking to the girls about, trying to smooth it out a little bit. I think they're getting tough serves on, and the longer that Ledyard can keep the ball in play, the more likely it is that they're going to win the rally, right? They just have to, they play good defense, and if they wait for the opportunity to get the good swing on the ball, then they'll get the kill because of the hitters that they have, But in the meantime, if they don't get exactly the ball they're looking for the set, keeping the ball in place is going to serve them a lot better, than trying to force anything that might not be there.
Lyman Memorial with that unity, arm in arm in the huddle around Coach Gomez. The relaxed calm of the Rich Duelius on the Ledyard side. Here's Altini. Well, that went long. Thought for a moment it might have been touched by one of the backline players.
Now, the one difference between me doing games last year and this year is I'm wearing contacts now.
Oh.
And so I did see the player touch it pretty clearly. Oh. And maybe I'm the only one, but.
Well, I saw her put her hand up.
Yeah, I thought I saw a little change in the flight of the ball there on top of that. Because I felt like otherwise that ball was actually landing in watching the trajectory of it.
Altini too strong. Look at it again. Right there.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. The ball, I mean, the ball's moving fairly quickly right out of the frame.
Shannon Dolan thought about it and pulled it back. That time she got caught a little bit too high up on the arms on the bump attempt. So 11 serving 14. Madison Canastrari. And a nice save that time by Maggie Tarbox. He now sets Julio. It's dug up. And a point. And boy, Lyman Hall earned that one. The Lyman Memorial, excuse me.
Yeah, they're working very hard on defense right now, and they're playing the smart game, you know. And I think that's one thing Marty Gomez said is, look, let's not be intimidated by, you know, what any of the girls on Ledyard can do. Let's play our game here.
Canastrari with the set to Klinikowski. Oh, a little dink. Madison LaFlamme right in the middle.
I'll tell you, our Italian exchange student Ilaria Altini made the play on that one by digging about as hard a ball as Michelle will normally hit in the game there.
16-11. And that one was certainly a blast. That is good by Michelle Klinikowski.
And again, that wasn't around the block or through it. That was right over the top of it on top of that, too. Makes it hard to play defense when you know, you have a hitter that can go straight over the top of the block and really hit anywhere along the court.
Here's Catherine Kostick with Ledyard trailing it 16-12. We'll back it up. Altini got it. And Julio strong enough to beat the block of Klinikowski. 17-12. Lyman Memorial. By the way, Lyman Hall and Lyman Memorial are never allowed to play each other in any sports. It will be too difficult.
I think there's no way to get from one to the other very easily.
Well, that's true.
Wallingford to Lebanon.
It would probably be a state tournament, and I don't think Lyman Memorial's in the same class. So.
Yeah, Lyman Memorial's an S, and Hall is an L.
Yeah. And that was a nice play by Jenny Nahara. So 13 serving 17 now. Big smile, and oftentimes when you make a nice play at the net, you get to serve it right away.
Jenny's always smiling. She's an easygoing kid, and that's one thing she does pretty well as a setter is attack. You know, so maybe she's like, I'll turn myself loose a little bit here. Why let everyone else get all the kills?
Now we had a whistle. And a double hit.
Yes.
It's got to be tough on that stand official there with the sun glaring in through the top windows.
Yeah, especially in the left half of the court there.
Middle for Klinikowski. That's, and again, I've said it before, that's a clinic. That's a perfect setup for her.
Yeah, again, you know, she's been playing with Jenny Nahara this whole time, you know, as has Madison, you know, and, you know, having a couple of freakishly large girls like that the same way that you've gone to kindergarten with, I think probably built some team unity there.
Well, Marty Gomez has a 2-point lead. He wants to talk it over, calling a timeout for Lyman Memorial with a 17-15 lead, but Ledyard with the ball and serving and starting to get back, creeping a little bit closer. We'll look at the last play, Pat. That was the ball that couldn't be controlled by Ledyard.
Yeah, and Lyman's been going sort of back and forth between, you know, hey, we're up by 4 or 5 points, up by 1, and I think that's what Marty's probably saying to them right now is look, you know, let's continue to do all the good things, right? We cut out a couple of the bad ones. You know, we're going to let Ledyard, you know, and their big hitters get a couple of points, but let's not lose any points that they're not making us lose, you know, that they're not winning.
Well, Lyman Memorial now breaking the huddle. Up by 2. we get set for Jenny Nahara. Look at Bethany DeVoe. And that just floats along. Kind of a one-legged jump serve.
Yeah, that's fairly popular, you know, now, especially getting at the higher levels, is having the girls taken off on that one leg. And I think that might have been part of Marty Gomez's strategy, calling the timeout there, is to disrupt Jenny Nahara's timing just a little bit there too.
Yeah, take away the flow, and now they trade points, so it's 18-16. Lyman Memorial leading Ledyard. We'll look at it again. The one leg coming off that left leg.
Yeah. And too much power on that one.
Lenikowski now back to live action with the serve, and Lyman Memorial into the net. It's a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs, but Ledyard with the opportunity here with Klenikowski serving.
And one thing I know, Katie Knau's a sophomore, you know, one thing that you try to train into setters is for them to start nice and close to the net. That last one, you know, the first point that Ledyard just got after the side out was that, there's going to be some controversy here probably, maybe not. But, you know, the ball got between her and the net. So the referee's now calling a redo, a replay.
Yes.
Yeah, this basket's very close to us.
Basket interference, the actual basketball basket. Now, there's a little bit of a spin on her jump serve. And that one is straightforward, more power.
And she's got a much harder version of this same one, but I think right now she doesn't want to risk missing any serves here. See if I come back just on that ball that it hit the backboard there, is that ball, although that part of the backboard's over a playable area, well, we're going to have to couple it, that in fact it was going to go out of bounds and nobody on Lyman had a chance to touch it, so that probably should have gone to Ledyard's point.